What's up everybody, ZK from ZK's Garage here, back with another video on the C8. Today, we're going to talk about 5 things I love and 5 things I don't love so much about my C8 Corvette. I've owned the car now for 2 weeks, or I think 2 weeks, yeah, about 2 weeks now. I've put 1,000 miles on it in 2 weeks, all right? I bought it at 6,100 miles. I just busted over 7,000 miles last night, and I'm up to around 7,050. So 1,000 miles later, 2 weeks later, here's the first couple things I noticed, and I think that's a big thing here, because when you get a car, you buy it off the lot, everything feels good. But after owning it for a little bit, you start to see, this is what I really love, this is what I don't love so much. So let's get into the video right now. It was kind of hard to come up with 5 things I didn't like, but I'll tell you about them on this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It really helps me grow on YouTube. And subscribe to the channel, because I just got the C8 2 weeks ago, as I mentioned, and I'm going to have a ton more content coming with the C8 Corvette. My brother got the C8, which will be introduced on the channel as well. So tons of C8 content coming. I think you guys will really love it. Let's get into the video. All right, everybody, the first thing I love about this car is the most simple thing. This car feels like a supercar. Yes, Ferrari fans. Yes, Porsche fans. Yes, all you European goobers who get mad at Americans for loving this car. When I get inside this car, every single time I drive it, it feels like a $200,000 car. The performance of this car is unbelievable. The mid-engine feel, the steering, everything about this car drives like a dream. And did I mention, it's very, very fast. I did launch control a couple times. I'll have some videos of that on the channel, but very quick. I got under 3 seconds on my 0 to 60 on my launch control. So first thing I love, performance, 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 baby. All right, everybody, ZK, now we're inside the cabin, and there's a lot of different things I like about inside the cabin, but there's one thing I got to mention at the top of this video. I mentioned it a little bit in the first thing I love, and that is the steering, guys. The steering in this car is unbelievable. You got to think, because one, it's mid-engine, so there's no engine up here. The wheel is like right there, so it feels so immersive when you're steering and driving this car. I drove the car and said the same thing. My dad got behind the wheel and said, holy crap, the steering in this car is unbelievable. My brother got behind the wheel. He said the exact same thing. So you drop this puppy in the Z mode that I just put it in, by the way, ZK's Garage, Z mode. The steering is just unbelievable. It grabs. You really know where your car is. You feel planted with the 305s in the rear. You feel like you have all the grip you need. And the steering is just amazing. And it had to go number 2 on this list because, again, you get raw performance, but hey, I used to have a Mustang, you know? Mustang was fast, but the thing couldn't steer, you know? It's a straight line bandit, and there's some nicer Mustangs, but the GTs don't steer. The steer in this Stingray is just unbelievable. So that's number 2 on the list of things I absolutely love about my C8 Corvette. All right, everybody, for number 3 on the list of things I love about the C8 Corvette, I had to bring you in the cabin again because it's the cockpit style driver experience. You can see the sidewall of buttons right here angled toward the driver. The front dash panel angled toward the driver. Got the beautiful dash display over here, and everything is just angled toward the road. It kind of goes into that steering I talked about with the front wheel being there, but it really does feel like a cockpit. People say it feels like a cockpit. You can see how nice it is. Now there's some things I dislike about the interior. We'll talk about them on our dislikes, but for overall, it just feels amazing when you're driving this car. It feels like you're driving a sports car. It doesn't feel like a regular car. It feels special. You got the Bose audio. I just love the way the driver's seat is set up in this car. Perfect for a true driver's car. And that's number 3 of things I love about my C8 Corvette. All right, everybody, number 4 on the list of things I love about my C8. This one's obvious. It's a head turner. My dad calls it an eyeball car. I call it the head turner, but the styling. It's just an absolutely beautiful car. I think Chevy hit the ball out of the park on this car with the way it looks. I know some people talk about it online. They don't think it's that great. I think the car is absolutely beautiful. I think it looks better than it's priced. You got the beautiful side skirts on the side. I got the nice tinted windows. I have the black top on mine. In the back, obviously, here you have the window that will show you with the engine bay, the Z51 black spoiler on there. I just think the whole thing looks beautiful. And by the way, it needs a little bit of a wash right now, but the number 4, easily, the styling of this car. I think the thing is just an absolutely beautiful car. Got the nice wheels on there, the beautiful front, the body lines up the front, all the way down the side. I mean, everything about this car, I just love the way it looks. The styling of it is an easy number 4 for me on a tough list to get only 5 things I love. But that had to make the list because the thing is beautiful. Look at it, man. Look at it. All right, guys, and number 5, and it was very hard to get only 5, by the way. I could make this list 25 things long, but number 5 is the mid-engine in the car. I mean, you can see, we talked about the beautiful styling. You open up the trunk, and there you go. You just have a beautiful mid-engine car. I talked about the performance. I talked about the steering. I talked about everything that this mid-engine brings you. It's a 6.2 liter, 495 horsepower with the performance exhaust on here, 465 pound-feet of torque, I believe. It might be 470 with the performance exhaust on there, but the mid-engine, I absolutely love it. It really does feel crazy when you're driving it too, man. I'm so used to, like I said, I had the Mustang, and the thing pulled you, right? They used to call them pulls, doing pulls down the road. And it pulled you down the road, which was great. Yeah, versus this car, it just feels like you'd almost, my brother calls it a push instead of a pull, because the engine being behind you, it really adds to that immersive driver experience as compared to, you know, when the engine's in the front and it pulls you along. All right, everybody, those are the 5 things I love about this car. Well, there is a couple things I don't like. It's not all perfect with these cars. I will say it was tough to get 5 things I don't like, but I did come up with 5. Let's get into them right now. All right, guys, number 1 on the things of list I don't like, this Targa top. I do have the coupe, not the convertible. The thing is a little bit of a pain in the butt, and it's not crazy, it's not too bad, but it does make it a little bit tedious. And then when you store it in the trunk, if you have anything in the trunk, a bag or anything, it's gonna be really hard to store it in the trunk. So you can really only take the top off when you don't have anything in the trunk. So I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna show you how to take it off. So if you could pan around and just show the people in here. So you kind of come in here, you got these latches, which aren't, they're pretty easy. All right, and then you got the back here, so drop that just like that, and then I'll get out and I'll show you the tedious nature of it. And I'll back up just a little bit so they can see. It's like, where do I grab? You know, I'm not a fingerprint guy. I don't like fingerprinting my car, so I kind of just lift up the front a little bit. Oh wait. So where do you grab, right? I'm not a fingerprint guy, so it's a little bit tough, but you pull the front out first, then you got your hands like this, and it's just like, it's a little awkward with one person, that's all. And then you hold it in it, and it's really not, like, it's big, you know? So if you don't have 2 people, it's not the heaviest thing in the world, but then you come back here, and you got to put it in. So it just kind of shows you the tedious nature of it if you're alone. Again, not impossible. I mean, I just did it. I didn't clip it in, but I just did it. But it is one of the things that's a little bit of a pain in the butt to do. So that's number 1 of things I don't love about my C8 Corvette. Guys, number 2 of things I don't love about the Corvette is I came from a truck. There's not a lot of things, not a lot of places to put things in this car, including for my beautiful girl. You know, not great for date night. She gets in, there's nowhere to put a purse. There's nowhere to put a phone. I mean, even me, you can see my phone is right here. Now, I know you got the wireless charger back here, but that's a pain in the butt. Even my keys, I get in, I have a drink. I'm a big seltzer guy and I drink things. I got to put my key over here. There's just not a lot of places to put things on the interior of the car. Again, you don't buy a Corvette for space in the cabin, so it's kind of not a big knock on the car, but it is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I mean, again, I mentioned my beautiful girl. She gets in and she's like, I love your Corvette. But her, you know, she's got her purse, her bag, her things all at her feet, and there's just not a lot of places to put things. So that's number 2 of things I don't love about my C8 Corvette. All right, guys, number 3 of things I don't love about my C8 Corvette is, this might be exclusive to me because I'm a 2020 model. My brother has a 23, and this is not an issue for him, but I don't have wireless CarPlay. I know, it's tedious, and I'm not even the biggest CarPlay guy in the world, but in order for me to access CarPlay, I have to plug in my phone. So you can see, connect your phone. So I have to come here, connect my phone, and then CarPlay will launch. So kind of a little tedious. You get in, if you want to use CarPlay, you have to plug your phone in. The thing goes into here, so it's a little bit of a pain in the butt versus my brother. You know, he gets in the car and automatically CarPlay activates. So if you don't care about CarPlay or Android Auto, it doesn't really matter. But in my 2020 model, you have to plug in to get CarPlay, and that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. All right, guys, number 4 on the list of things I do not love about my Corvette. You pull up in this beautiful sports car, and when you have a Z51 and nice brakes like this, sometimes they squeak, and people look at you like, hey man, is your car broken? And it's just an awkward feeling because your car is so beautiful, but your brakes are squeaking. I know it comes with the territory of nice brakes and different things, and I did go through the burnishing process, is what GM calls it in the manual, where you kind of go 60 to 15 and you do it repeatedly. So I did do that, but this brake back here was squeaking a lot. Now, the burnishing did fix it, all right? So I haven't had any squeak this week since I've done it, but I came down to this wheel because I'm like, I'll show you guys the big brakes. So come up here with that camera and just show them. They got those big Z51 calipers on these brakes. So they are, I will say this, what I learned about the brakes in my burnishing process was, man, are they good brakes. They were stopping on a dime. But the squeaky brakes can be a little bit annoying, and I had to obviously burnish them to get rid of it. So that would be number 4 of things I don't love about my C8 Corvette. All right, guys, number 5 on the list of things I do not love about my C8 Corvette. This is a personal thing by me. I have the 2LT model. I wish I got the 3LT model. I know some people say it's not that big of a deal, but I'm a sucker for all leather interior. My brother's 3LT is beautiful. So you can look at my 2LT. It's beautiful. I love my two-tone interior. I wouldn't change it at all. I just kind of wish I got the 3LT. It gives you the upgraded roof on the target top. It gives you the full leather. It gives you the perforated leather on the front dash up here. So that's the one other thing I would say I don't love, is that if I went back, or if I ordered a car from factory and money wasn't too big of a concern, I probably would have went with the 3LT. So that's it, but I would have went with the 3LT. And that's the last thing I don't love about my C8 Corvette. And man, did I have to scramble to get 5 together, guy. I freaking love this car. All right, guys, ZK closing out the video here. Just to recap, there's a lot to love about this car. I probably could have came up with 50 to 100 things I love about the car, and maybe I'll have another follow-up video of that, but it's not all perfect. It's a well under $100,000 car, and it drives like a $200,000 supercar. It's a dream to drive. I love this automobile, but as I mentioned, it's not all perfect, and there you go on my list of 5 things I love and some things I don't love about my C8 Corvette. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll have tons of C8 content coming in the future. And I appreciate you all being here, man. I'm already up over 2,000 subscribers on my channel. My first video did super well, introing the car and going for an onboard on the drive with it. So I went on about a 12 minute drive with you guys in the car. So go and check that out on my channel. It's pinned up on my channel. Check that video out. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.